we will never give up. UNICEF is standing shoulder to shoulder with the girls in Afghanistan, and we will not stop advocating until we get them all back in school.
It is the start of the new school term in Afghanistan this week, with one question on everyone's mind: would girls be allowed to attend? Samantha Mort is spokesperson for UNICEF in Afghanistan. We can speak to her now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just remind us actually what happened when the Taliban took control. What happened with girls' education, both primary and secondary?
So the Taliban seized power on August 15, 2021, and around a month later, we got a notice that boys were invited to return to school at secondary school level, but girls were not. And when UNICEF asked the Taliban why this was, they said that their primary concern was the safety of girls, that they wanted girls to go to school, but only under Sharia conditions. And since then, UNICEF has been advocating daily with the de facto authority. We've been asking how we can support girls getting back to school, and we haven't made any progress, unfortunately.
So what does that mean when they say they were concerned about the safety of girls going to school and that they could only go to school under Sharia conditions? What does that actually mean?
I think they're concerned about girls walking to school. Afghanistan is a hugely disadvantaged country. It's in the midst of a terrible humanitarian crisis. There's a massive shortage of schools. And so some children have to walk 3, 4, 5, 6 kilometers to get to school. And the Taliban were concerned about girls making that journey on their own. And then they were concerned about particularly adolescent girls mixing with boys in a playground or in a classroom. So what they're really looking for is segregation. They're looking for female teachers, but of course there's a massive shortage of female teachers here as well. But as I say, when we've offered our support to try to meet some of these challenges, it's all gone a bit quiet.
Presumably there are girls-only secondary schools.
There are, but there's not enough
Teachers.
of them.
Right. Okay.
Yes, there's not enough schools.
How much? I mean, obviously, you're trying to sort this out, but how much of this do you suspect may just be that the Taliban perhaps don't agree or don't feel that girls should be educated at secondary level, that they don't need to be?
Well, look, we are still hopeful, and here are some of the signs that make us hopeful. This week, primary schools have opened for boys and girls. So, we've got over, 2 million girls in Afghanistan in primary school. The de facto authority is still enabling us to train female teachers. And UNICEF also has a pioneering program called community-based education classes. And these are small classes that take place in rural and remote neighborhoods where schools are too far away for children to walk to. So if you can have a classroom in your neighborhood, you're much more likely to send your daughter there. And last year, we were able to double the number of these classrooms from 10,000 to 20,000. And some of those classrooms include adolescent girls. In fact, around 60% of the children who attend these classes are girls. And so that's what gives us hope. We are continuing to advocate, and we know also that there's huge demand across Afghanistan for education, not just from the girls who've been banned, but from their parents, particularly their fathers, from community leaders and religious leaders. And many members of the Taliban themselves want girls to go to school. And that's why we will never give up. UNICEF is standing shoulder to shoulder with the girls in Afghanistan, and we will not stop advocating until we get them all back in school.
Okay, Samantha, I hope it happens. It sounds like that you will do your absolute utmost to make sure that it does. Samantha, thank you so much. Samantha Mort, spokesperson for UNICEF in Afghanistan.
And if you like that,
you can listen to us.
We're Stig and Asma. Have you forgotten?
Well done. Every Monday to Thursday on Times Radio Breakfast.